Hi everyone, it's Val from Online Combat Battalion with another Arma 3 editor tutorial for you. This one's in response to a question about performing beach landings or getting AI to perform beach landings, I think was the question. So I'm going to show you how to do that. It's not very efficient because of the way AI move and their pathing. I'm sure there's other mods and scripts you can get out there that improve pathing, but I haven't really experienced any of those or played around with those yet. So all I've done here is I've placed a LCVP landing craft, and I grabbed an infantry squad and I've placed the infantry squad in there. So the landing craft, I've given it a couple of waypoints. The first one is up on the beach is a move waypoint, which is pretty simple. So to place a waypoint, you can just from the object itself or from another waypoint, you can just hold left shift right click and it'll place a waypoint. And if you need to change that from there, you can just double left click and change the waypoint type up in this section here. But we don't need that one for here. So what I've done is also placed a transport unload waypoint. Okay, so any players, human players or AI, will be unloaded by that transport on that marker there. What I've also done is you can see another couple of waypoints here, and what they are is they're waypoints given to the squad leader of the infantry section. So once the landing craft moves to here, unloads the transport here, the AI troops should then move to there and move up the beach. Okay, another couple of waypoints here for them to move up the beach. What I've done here also is I'll show you that I've given the landing craft a variable name. So if you double left click, and you'll see in here I've given the variable name B1, and I've put in here B1 disable AI move. So until a trigger is fired, this landing craft should not move. So it won't start on its path up the beach until a trigger condition has been met. And here is the trigger that I've placed. Okay, so in the trigger, I've put in here any player present for the activation type, and I've put in here B1, which is the variable name of the landing craft, enable AI, and then in inverted commas move semicolon, and I've put B1 engine on true. It may or may be the case that when the mission spawns in, the engine will be on or the engine may be off for this craft. So what I've done is in the lower section here, I've selected engine on / off, and I've put a check in that box. So when the mission starts, the engine should be off in the landing craft. And putting the B1 engine on true in the activation section of the trigger ensures that the engine will come on. Now let's give that a test and see how that works. Okay, we've got everything set up for our ship to come in. Let's go into Zeus and check the progress. Now this is quite a slow process for this to get up onto the beach. It's just running at normal speed at the moment. If you try to set it for a higher speed, for some reason it will not unload the troops, because Arma 3 AI pathing is a bit janky. There's probably other mods you can use that will work for better pathing. In fact, I'm sure there are, but I've never played around with them, so I can't help you with those. So what I'm going to do is jump out of Zeus, and I'm going to increase the speed to 4 times the speed. And let's see how long it takes them. Remember, this is 4 times the speed. So now we've slowed right down, and if I was to slow it down to normal speed, it's almost at a stop. And the troops have started to disembark. Obviously they're going to go for a swim because they're in the water. Some of them are standing around, which is not ideal. We've got them making their way up to the shore now. and they won't follow the other waypoints until their squad leader's up, or maybe they will. Okay, so they've started to move in off the beach, and they're set to, looks like the combat mode's set to careless at the moment, but they will all eventually get up off the beach. Now you can run as many landing craft as you like to simulate a larger landing force, and obviously you'd want to set these guys to full speed for their waypoints, but as you can see, this is still 4 times the speed, and they still haven't all disembarked from the boat. The joys of Arma 3 artificial intelligence. So that's a very basic way for this to work. The engine on, engine off stuff, I'm not sure why that's not working, because it seems to be engine on immediately, although I've set the variable name of the boat and given it a direction to not be on. The thing with the troops moving up the beach quite slowly is you would need to set the waypoints for the troops to full speed, which you can do by double left clicking and just selecting full speed. And we go full speed to that one, and obviously you'd want them to get up to probably about here, and seek and destroy. So that's it. Thanks for the question. If you've got any comments or questions, hit us up in the comments section below. As always, thanks for watching. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I'll see you in the next video.